Hey everybody, welcome back again to the AD&D 2nd edition channel. Just showing you what I've picked up recently, and a lot of this stuff here is just for a matter of repurposing. So it's going to be a pretty interesting video, might give you some ideas as to what you can find out there in the wild that can be basically repurposed for Dungeons and Dragons. So some of the things that aren't really going to be repurposed because they have a purpose to begin with is I found in a baggie at Value Village this year, which is a dice holder that was part of a loot crate at one point. So I think I paid like a couple bucks for that. It came with the die that's in there already. So pretty cool little dragon. It holds the dice in there and just kind of neat. So I figured I'd pick that up. There's a bunch of other junk in the bag, but I just basically re-donated that back. Speaking of dice, I picked these ones up off of Wish just because they were free with shipping of like $2 or something like that. So thought I'd pick up another set of dice. Nothing crazy there, and starting to get quite the collection of dice basically at this point. And I had ordered that long before I found that in the previous video there where I found like a bag full of dice. So kind of redundant basically at that point to be getting more dice. I also picked up, this isn't really repurposing, but this was a really killer deal. I picked up a whole bunch of Forgotten Realms, R.A. Salvatore's books here, although this set here is actually written by other people, I guess, but there's all three books there for the War of the Spider Queen, so really cool find right there, and they were $1.50 each, because it was half price day for sale, so you can see like on them they're say $2.99, but yeah, they were half price. This one here, the Dark Elf Trilogy, I love, of course. And I just wanted the collector's edition, even though I already have the three books. Not in the world's greatest shape, but you can see it was $1.50. So I paid 75 cents for that. So pretty cool. I mean, the pages themselves are pretty good. It's just the cover's a little bit beat. And then I also picked up this one here, which is the Orc King. And again, that one was $4. So this ended up being $2, which I thought was a pretty killer deal for that as well. So all in all, a pretty good haul there of books because it was half price on pink and yellow days. Moving right along here, I also picked up this tube of toys basically that are just really strange. They're like some kind of monster creations. I'll kind of get into these, but there's quite a few in here, so I don't want to spend too much time on it, but one that really interests me was this sort of like smaller dragon type. And it's probably one of the more normalized looking creatures in here because some of them are really odd and really strange. For instance, there's I think they called this a Cerberus, I'm not sure, but it has like a snake tail, like a snake head as a tail, so kind of weird, but maybe repurposable kind of thing. This one's just odd. I mean, it's got like such a weird, just got a human face on it, but then it's like a harpy type body or something with like a dog. I don't know, it's just really odd, and then odd shaped tail. So I don't know, some of these kind of interest me and some didn't, but for $2, why not? This is kind of neat. But then look, it has a hand for a tail, so I'm gonna have to like lop that off. But kind of an interesting beast. I don't know what it could stand in for, but pretty cool. And then, you know, this is like they have the names on them. They call this one a rook, I guess, or I'm not sure what this one was called, but it's standing and holding an elephant, which is really odd for sure. So that's that there. Another sort of winged creature here. Again, that one's probably usable. I don't know. I'm not sure what this like original tube was, if it's just called some kind of monsters thing, but this is really odd, like a goat's head on the back of a lion and some kind of weird tail thing, so I don't know about that. This says it's a Leviathan, pretty sure, but too small for a Leviathan for D&D, that's for sure, but again, it could be something. This is kind of neat, sort of like a squid type thing, so pretty cool. And again, some other sort of tentacly kind of oddity, like a snake. It's like snake heads. I don't know if you see that, like it basically would sit up like this kind of thing, so it's got like snake heads on it and then feet and a tail, so pretty neat. Some sort of Medusa looking type one. Might be able to pull out some details on it. Really shiny and very smooth Cyclops. I don't know about him, but anyways, for $2 I figured, hey, I could probably do something with these, or at least pilfer parts off of them, or whatever I needed to do basically for $2, so why not? Next thing, I picked up this bag is just full of different brushes, and actually one of them's over. I'm using it right now. I was using it for dry brushing something the other day, so there you go. But I picked this up, and there's quite a few brushes in here. Some are junkers, like I'm pretty sure these aren't really good quality ones, but some of them seem to be pretty decent quality. Like there's a really small, tiny kind of looking detail-y brush. So is this one as well, so pretty good. And I think I paid like $3 for the whole thing, so I thought that was really reasonable for it. And some of these things, like this one's missing some brushes out of it, but I didn't mind, just because like I needed to get some new detailed brushes anyways. So picking up like that one there, and there's a little guy in there, that one there. Again, I wouldn't be able to get them for $3, so really good find right there in the art section at the Value Village, that is for sure. And then this is what I'm talking about, sort of getting into some serious repurposing here. These are actually chess pieces, and I thought they would make wonderful like monolithic statues and that, and I haven't opened it yet. You can see I paid $3 for it, so pretty cool. But they're obviously some kind of chess piece, or chess pieces rather, in here. But like, check that out, that would be pretty cool. You could set, you know, a couple of those up like the entranceway to something, like as statues outside the entrance of something. You can see they have like their own little base there, but you put a base on them, and they have like quite a bit of detailing in them, which is really cool, as you can see. So pretty nice. I don't know, there's like a knight kind of sticking out, but that might make it like a good statue sort of thing. These kind of look like turtles, but they're not. They're sort of warriors hunched over for some reason. Those are like the rooks, and there's a whole bunch of them of obviously the light and the dark side here, but there's quite a few of those there. I don't really know what I'd use those for necessarily, but again, might make an interesting statue. I'm not sure about that. At first I did think they were turtles for some reason. There's another one, just trying to pilfer all those out of there for now. But you can see like it's a full chess set, so it's pretty cool. There's another one of these kind of guys, but just in the darker version. So you can see then there's the mounted guys. I mean, that would make like a really cool statue, like the center of a fountain or something. So I thought I'd grab these out because I thought they were pretty neat, and for the price, you know, why not? You can get a whole bunch of very usable statue type pieces, and these are probably the ones that I'm mainly concerned with, but there you go right there. So that is pretty neat. And then the final item here that I'm going to show you is actually a Mega Block set. Let me just get this stuff out of the way for now. Is a Mega Block set, and it's just like pretty cool. Some of it's usable, some of it isn't, but it doesn't even fit in the full frame here. It is this Dragon's Metal Ages Mega Block set. I got it for $10. It was half price off the store at its Lee's. It was like the entire store was half off. So they had this marked for 20, I got it for 10. And pretty cool. I'll basically take some of this out of here, and we'll get back to this in a second. So here we go. So obviously I'm probably not going to keep like all this stuff that's in here. I'm probably going to end up redonating it. I'm not really like a Mega Blocks kind of guy. So there's the instruction booklet. Now here is something pretty interesting. I'm not really going to take it out of the bag right now because I'm not about to go start this, but this is part of what was like a battering ram that comes out of a castle. So it's pretty cool. It's got like a demon or dragon-y kind of head on it. Some sort of ram, like a demonic ram. So kind of cool. There's this like huge dragon, although extremely flat, which is weird. It's like extremely flat, like you can see. But at the same time, you might be able to pilfer some wings off of it, or like reuse parts of it for something. So I thought that was kind of neat. And then one of the things that I was really interested in, because that kind of, I was like, yeah, it's kind of neat, but like obviously it doesn't really work for a dragon. But there's a whole bunch of like terrain type pieces, and you can't really tell that they're actually Mega Blocks. Like there isn't a lot of defining like Mega Blocky kind of features on it, and they're on both sides. So kind of nice, just like gigantic features like that. There's a whole bunch of these little pieces in here. Obviously I haven't sorted anything yet. There's a catapult, so pretty cool. And just more of those little corner pieces or what have you. Take some of these out of the bag so you can see it, just like, I don't know, kind of neat. little corner piece, but you can see like there's a lot of detail in there. And obviously you could repaint these if you wanted to, but some, they might just work like straight up. And you got some weapons too, so there's like a crossbow kind of thing. So pretty neat. But the main things that caught my attention were these, you know, pieces of towers and whatnot that are in here. So let me just sort of rip this bag open, because I'm going to end up using these at some point for sure. The tops of them are a little bit weird. They got this thing on it which have to be, you know, crafted over or whatever, but I'm sure there's something I could do about that. But otherwise, these would make like obviously great walls or towers or like anything really. And you can put them in probably in a bunch of different arrangements. So kind of neat right there. Castle walls, and then there's like circular ones as well. Sorry about all the noise there, but these are circular ones and they can all go together. Again, so I mean some walls and things that you don't have to craft. There's a whole bunch more down here too. But basically this set is pretty neat for that, and for 10 bucks getting all those like types of things that you can absolutely use is pretty cool nonetheless. So that's everything though I got for you this time around. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I'll see you all later.